All right, here's the evaluation summary of the inspection in video format. He's going to send it to you in written format, but here you have it for now.
All right, we're in front of 3331 Pawleys Loop in St. Cloud, and I'm just going to go over the major things first so that you guys know what's going on, cover those things. Please refer to the inspection report for a punch list of minor items. But we'll start with the roof. The roof is original, it's in good condition, installed, I'm thinking 2005. Public records will verify that. The shingles are in good condition, but I do have a couple things we're going to recommend. The most significant thing that I had was a roof leak previously. It's dry now. I'm guessing they made the repair probably after they noticed they had the problem. But between the time the problem started and the time they made the repair, about a 6-inch section of the roof deck above the soffit, right here at the dining room area, at the bottom of the valley, had rotted a little bit. So when you see the photograph in your inspection report, right now it doesn't seem to be an issue, and it's probably something you could replace when you replace the roof. If you choose to get it fixed, they got to open up the shingles and all that other stuff. It'll be costly, and I don't know that it necessarily would be worth it because it's above the soffit and doesn't appear to be entering any place inside. It may have stained a portion of the garage ceiling, a small portion, but that was the extent of it. I used a meter to tell me whether it was wet or dry now, and I was able to crawl in there, and it's not wet. It is wood damage from the water that had gotten there before. Other than that, I'm just going to recommend sealing up nail penetrations on ridge vents. That's a typical standard recommendation that we make to prevent leaking. Sometimes that could happen. There's nails on all the ridge vents that have not been sealed, and they're rusted. So with looking at that, we recognize that it's time to make sure that those get sealed so we don't get any water penetration. When I was in the attic, I did take a close look at the ridge areas, and I didn't see any water stains, so I don't think those nails have leaked yet. So we're in good shape with that. We're just talking about doing the maintenance on it.
For purposes of the wind mitigation, what did you notice up in there?
It would be fine. I would encourage them to talk to his insurance company first, because these days they have a tendency to give them the best price without the wind mitt if the home is built after 2002.
Okay.
The closer you get to 2002, the more likely they are to ask for it, but the further you get from 2002, like 2005, 6, 7, the less likely they'll ask for it. Okay. He should get a substantial benefit. If he needs the report, we'll have the specs. I can do it for him.
Perfect.
We've collected all that information. The plumbing checks out fine. I have some minor plumbing things, but the most significant thing that I do have is a leak at the water main. That leak at the water main is slow, and it was repaired once before. You can see the primer for the PVC that was cut. So I'm going to recommend that gets repaired again, because it is leaking ever so slightly. Okay. All right, and that's a PVC repair, an important one, but not a major repair. The rest of the plumbing looked really good inside the house, no major problems. Electrical, same thing. All the original electrical checked out very well. You got 150 amp service coming in. The wires at the outside panel, inside panel look really good. It's the additional electrical work that the previous person had done, or the current person had done, regardless, that there are some things that need to be corrected, and I'll itemize those in your inspection report, so please refer to that for more information on it. There may be about, see, I got my notes here, sorry about that, going by memory, maybe approximately about 7 or 8 items electrical, and most of them fall in the category of things that were added, and probably what resulted was the things, because of what was added, some of the things we found showing up. Other than that, moving on to the air conditioning system, it's a 4-ton Lennox, good shape, well maintained, heating and cooling perfectly. Construction wise, time for a little building maintenance. You know, all this typical cracks you see in stucco, things like that, I'm finding that at all the walls. You want to seal them so you prevent water from getting in during wind-driven rains. They're considered a minor repair, but an important one, because you don't want to leave the cracks open. Perfect. And I did see other cracks as well, also pretty typical. Here at the driveway.
I'll give you an example of the driveway one here. And this is always, again, suggested to be sealed. There's one like this.